everyone, welcome back. I'm starting off with my brows done, and I'm going in with some products from my Boxycharm box. As you will see, I have placed tape in the corner of my eye. To start off, I'm going to use the P. Louise base in Rumor 02. And as usual, I will place that on the lids and blend it out with my beauty blender. Today I'll be using some of the shades from the Morphe 35W palette, and I'm going in with the lighter shade and setting my base. Now I'm going in with this neutral brown shade, and I'm going to use again my Kylie Cosmetic brush number 15, and I'm going to use this as my transition shade. You'll see me place this shadow in a windshield wiper motion, and you'll see me go in circular motions as well, but it's just to blend out the transition shade and help the other shades blend together. You'll see me do the same process in the other eye. Now I'm going into this darker brown shade, and I'm going to use a new brush I bought, and it's from Sonia Kashuk, and it's a blending brush. I will be placing this color on the crease of the eye. You will see me go in with this color a few times. It's just to intensify the outer corner. And with no additional product, I gradually move the brush from outer corner in. I'm going to go in with the same process on the other eye. Now you'll see I will only focus on the outer corner of the eye as I first place it and blend it into the inner corner of the eye. Now I'm going in with the Celestial Thunder palette, and I'm only going to be using that gray shade, and I'm going in with a new Sonia Kashuk brush again, and this one's a little bit more of a tapered brush, but it is also used for blending. I like to use this brush to go into the socket of my crease. I am only focusing on the outer corner of the eye and then blending into the center. Your main focus when placing these colors is when you want to have a more darker shade, you start from the lower corner of the eye and gradually move upwards to the lighter shade. So that's what I'm doing with these darker shades. You'll also see me go back with that other blending brush from Sonia Kashuk, and I am blending out that gray shade into that darker brown and also with that lighter transition shade. And I am using no additional products, just whatever is left on the brush is what I am using to blend out. And again, you'll see me go back with the Kylie Jenner brush and also blending out all those colors together on the top portion of the eye. A lot of times these looks need a lot of blending, so using brushes back and forth, one more fluffier, one more pointed, one more, defined, as long as you are using multiple brushes to blend out your product and to make it more of a seamless blend and not have harsh lines. Now you'll see me go back into the gray color. You'll see me go back and blend out the darker brown color. I'll also go in with the lighter shade as well, and you'll see me go back and forth and blend out colors in between. Now I'm going to switch the brush, and I'm going into a pencil brush. This one is the Sigma Pencil E30, and I'm going to go into that black shade of the palette. And as I mentioned before, I'm going to start off at the bottom corner of my eye, and I'm going to just stamp it. And then as I stamp it, I'm brushing upwards. You'll see me stay very close to that tape, so that way when I do pull off the tape, it's going to be more of a darker into the lighter shade gradient effect. Again, you'll see me switch brushes. That's only for the blending of the product. I like my shadows a little bit more blended, so you'll see me going with multiple blending brushes just to help out the shades move and blend seamlessly with other colors. Especially with black shades, they're very difficult to blend out, so just take your time. You stamp it and then you start brushing upwards, and also use a fluffier brush in order to blend it into that lighter shade. See me intensify the color. I'll place more of the black, again stamping it and brushing upwards, going with multiple brushes. Just keep in mind that it's blending technique in order for the shades to blend together. I'm going to do the same process on the other eye. Same way of doing the stamping motion and brushing upwards, and also changing brushes to end so that we don't have any harsh lines. Now a lot of times you'll see me stop and kind of make sure that the colors are placed correctly on my eye. A lot of times when you put tape, one side is more pigmented than the other side, which means the black color kind of stays in one level and the other eye is in a different level. So I just going to make sure that I place the colors correctly and blend it as I go. Now this eye look requires a lot of blending, so please make sure that you take your time and switch brushes in between to make sure that you are blending out your transition shade and your colors. Now my camera cut off on here and I did not record any of the process that I was doing before, but I am still basically doing the same thing. Now I'm going to go in with the lid shade, and this shade is not a shimmer shade. It's more of a satin texture, and it's a gray color. And again, with every shimmer or any type of shade that is not a matte shade, I start off with my finger and then I go in with a flat synthetic brush. This gray shade, I'm basically just using it as a base. You'll see me go in with the e.l.f. liquid glitter eyeshadow in Bling Bling. This is a new product that I also bought, so I am testing it out for you right now. I was not too happy with it, to tell you the truth. It kind of separated as I was placing the glitter on my lids. So I don't know how I feel about it right now, but it is a very pretty shade. And again, you can't beat drugstore products and prices. I am using the Luxie 246 Precision Crease Brush. Now I go in with the brush, but then I actually start using the applicator straight from the bottle because I felt that using the brush, it was separating the product. Now you may not notice it in the video, but it does separate, and I was not liking how it was turning out. Now, because of this, I do go in with the Ace Beauty Glimmer Shadow in French Vanilla. This is also a silver shade, and you'll see me place this with my finger in the center of the lid. Now that I have my lid shade, I go back in with the black shade and use that same Sigma pencil brush and go ahead and blend the black shade into the lid shade. Now for my inner corner, I go in with the Tarte Metallic Shadow in Pinup. Now I take my definer brush and I use that same black shade and place it on the upper waterline of the lids. And all I'm doing here is just intensifying the dark shade on the lower part of the eyelid. Now I also do this as well because I don't wear falsies during the day, especially when I go to work. Now it's time to take the tape off and you'll see that you'll have a nice straight crisp line. Now also to mention that e.l.f. liquid glitter had a lot of fallout, especially when using it with the brush and also place. So I go in and clean that up. Now I'm super excited because when I received my Boxycharm box, it had a full-size foundation from Becca. I also received in the box 3 shin brushes from Alamar Cosmetics. Now, as per usual, I go in with the foundation brush and I start with one side of my face. Now, I was a little scared on the foundation color because this is just a tad bit lighter, but you can always fix that with a little bit of bronzer. The color or shade that I'm using for the foundation is called Buttercup. And as you'll see, it'll work out. It's not too off in color, so far this foundation is beautiful. It's a full coverage matte color. Now I did go in on one side of the face with a brush, and now I'm going to use the beauty blender to finish it off. Now as you will see, a little goes a long way. I only put 2 pumps in the back of my hand, and that gave me enough for my entire face. Now for concealer, I'm going in with the Tarte Shape Tape in Light Neutral 22N. And as always, go in underneath the eye, down to my chin, my cupid's bow, the bridge of my nose, and the forehead. And go in and blend it out with your beauty blender. Now going in with another product from my Boxycharm box, and it's the Ciate London Coconut Setting Powder. Now this is the first time I am using this powder, and I have to say it is beautiful. It wasn't dry under my eyes, it wasn't crepey, it didn't crease under my eye. It was very, very nice. I may just have to switch my e.l.f. HD setting powder for this one. Now I'm gonna go in and set my entire face. I'm gonna use the Morphe G7 face brush, and I'm using that Ciate London setting powder as well. Now, because the foundation's just a tad bit light on me, I will go in with the Park Ave Princess Chisel Bronzer Palette. And you'll see me go into that Princess Cut shade, which I have hit pan on. It's one of my favorite in this palette. I am using the Morphe E4 Contour Brush. Now, you guys are probably wondering why I always pull my skin back. I feel that with doing that, I can define my cheekbones a little better. Now remember to stamp it and brush upwards. Now I'm going to go in with the Aesthetica P12 brush, and I'm going to use the Physician Formula bronzer. I'm blending that brow underneath the jawline. And you will see me also go in with that same Morphe contour brush. I will pinch the brush and go ahead and stamp to contour my nose. Now I'm going in with that definer brush, and it's from Alamar Cosmetics, and I'm going to use that black shade, and I'm going to go ahead and stamp underneath the waterline of my eye. I will go ahead and go into the same colors I used on my eyelid and blend out the bottom lash line. Now I'm going to go in with the NYX water pencil in the nude shade, and I will place that on the waterline of my eye. Now this is also a new product. I bought the NYX On The Rise Volume Lift Mascara in the shade black. Now again, I go to coat the top and bottom of my lashes. Now, I don't know if this is going to beat my Big Eagle from Tarte mascara, but it did a pretty good job for a drugstore product. Now I'm going in with blush, and this is the Milani Blush Time Rose, and I'm going to go ahead and use a Real Technique blush brush and place that on the apples of my cheek. And also, I like that flush look, so I will go ahead and brush a little bit of blush on the tip of my nose. Now, in my Boxycharm box, I received the Laura Geller Gilded Honey highlighter. I mean, this is more of a gold tone highlighter, so I just wanted to test it out to see, but I knew it wasn't going to match my eye look, so you'll see me change in between to the Master Chrome from Maybelline, and you'll see me go in with on a ColourPop F5 brush. Now, you know, for highlight, I go ahead in the top of my cheekbones, the corners of my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, my cupid's bow, and also a little bit on the chin. Now you know me, I love my highlighting, so this highlighter is one of my favorites if I haven't mentioned it before. Now I'm going in with the NYX Bear With Me setting spray, and I'm going to use my beauty blender to set my entire face. Now going in to set my face, you know, as always, I use the Morphe setting mist, fan it out with my trusty paper fan. Now for this look, it requires a nude shade for the lips, so I'm going to go ahead and use my MAC Strip Down pencil and Ash lipstick. And as always, I go in and clean up the edges with a little bit of concealer. And I go ahead and top off the look. And this gloss is from Jeffree Star Cosmetic, and it's in the shade Legend. And that, guys, completes this look. I hope you enjoyed watching me put on this full B of a sultry eye look. I really enjoyed new products that I had in the box of my Boxycharm, and also the products that I bought at the drugstore. Again, thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you enjoyed this content. And again, I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.